Hey everybody, Manny from The Way I Dad, and we are here in the heart of Texas for Mommycon 2016. Today we're going to be talking to Allyson Downey, and she's going to help us navigate the waters of requesting both maternity and paternity leave. So if you're having a baby in the near future, or you know someone who is, stick around and we'll get right to it. Hey everybody, Manny from The Way I Dad. I'm here with Allyson Downey. She's the founder of WeeSpring and the author of the new book, Here's the Plan. Allyson, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks.
How are you enjoying Mommycon?
It's fantastic. It's great to see so many moms who are here just excited about learning about all these new things.
Now, you're the author of Here's the Plan. How did you come up with that idea?
So I had a terrible experience with pregnancy discrimination when I had my first child, and I felt like there wasn't a guide out there to how to navigate some of these sticky areas that arise when you are working and starting a family at the same time. So I went out and interviewed 75 women about what they did to successfully keep their careers on track while having babies, and I compiled all of their advice into one book.
One of the big things that I learned from you was doing something and saying that you're going to do something rather than asking for forgiveness. Like, so for instance, I'll tell my boss, hey, I'm going to go in at 6, I'm going to leave at 3, I got to take my kids to the doctor. Instead of saying, hey, do you mind? Or hey, are you okay with I do this? Why do you think that strategy works? And do you see it working for both partners?
Yeah, so I think first of all, to have the latitude to be able to tell your boss what you're going to do rather than ask permission for something, that comes from just being great at your job. If you are great at your job, all of those other things will follow. That you need to work really hard, be really committed, show that you can deliver results and can do it on your own terms, and then you've earned the right at that point to set the terms in which you're going to do your job. And by asking permission, I think it's a more of a female thing that women are more likely to ask permission for something like that. They feel like they're imposing, they feel like they're asking for something that's unreasonable, but really what they're asking is the freedom and flexibility to be better at their jobs, because by being able to invest that time in their families, they're going to be more satisfied, healthier, happier employees the rest of the time.
Okay. So one of the other big messages in your book was, trying to go ahead and ask for that maternity leave and feeling okay with asking for that maternity leave. And that negotiation with your boss and your work can be overwhelming for the mother.
Yep.
Can be frustrating, and you feel guilty for wanting to take off of work. Right,
Yeah.
scary, exactly. And in your book, you mentioned that there's a direct correlation with those partners that do take time off to help their wife and a decrease in postpartum depression.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about that?
Well, I don't know much about the roots of it, but as
Okay.
someone who dealt with postpartum depression myself with both kids, it's just a very lonely feeling. Being alone with a new baby, you're completely overwhelmed, and you don't have an adult to spend time with to help ease that burden on you. So I think having that sense of support and community is something that's having a huge impact on women and really helping them feel like they are more empowered as mothers. And frankly, when you're recovering from childbirth and having a baby, like, your body needs time to recover. And if you are solely by yourself taking care of this new infant that it's something you've never done before, it's scary and you're fearful and they drain a ton of energy from you, that you're not going to be able to sleep in the same way. And sleep, we found, is one of the most important things to protect women's health after babies are born.
Okay. And now, if a dad wanted to take off, if he wanted to take that paternity leave, sometimes he's kind of mocked, like, why do you need to take off for the baby? You're not the main provider. Why do you feel like you need to take off that leave?
Yeah.
How do you feel dads should help and have that conversation with HR and ask for that?
Yeah. So I advise women to talk in terms of the company. So instead of saying, I would like to have leave or I'd like to have more leave because it's going to give me more time to recover or be with my baby or bond with my baby, talk instead about how leave increases retention rates, how getting paid parental leave is going to increase the likelihood that people are going to come back, that it's going to increase productivity in the office, that when people are coming back to work with a totally new baby, that they're exhausted and drained. And if you give them some time to recover when they're coming coming back even a few weeks later, they're going to be able to bring their full selves to the office and really give more. And I think it's the same with asking for parental leave, that you talk about how it's good for the company. I think particularly with parental leave, that parental leave is helping empower women in the office because it's sending the signal that taking care of a baby is not just women's work, and it's something that parents need to be invested in equally. It's going to help them ensure that their women are able to get promoted and rise in the organization because it's going to set people up for more equality. And when dads are asking for it on behalf of other dads, not just talking about how it's good for them, they're going to be better negotiators for it because they're going to be able to talk about how it really is benefiting the company.
So I don't know if you had a chance to look at the report from the State of the Union address about dads and how the way that fatherhood is progressing.
Yeah.
Dads feel like they have a bigger role in parenting. They're getting better. They feel like they're doing more at the house. But when they did that same poll and they asked the moms, hey, how do you think the dads are doing and how much do you have on the parenting role? They felt like they had a bigger parenting role.
Right.
What would you say to a dad saying to help out more at the house? They have a full-time job, they get home, and they want to help out more with their wife and their kids. How would you tell them to fix that?
So I think the biggest thing to consider is that you need to share responsibility, not take on tasks. So it's not just about helping out and contributing and helping with dinner or helping put the baby to bed. It's about taking full ownership of particular tasks within your household. Because I think the work that women wind up feeling internally but can't necessarily articulate clearly is all of the planning and thinking work. So thinking about what needs to happen to get your child enrolled in preschool, and thinking about getting the next seasons of clothes ready, and thinking about the vaccination schedule, and all of those things, they weigh on women's minds. They're literally keeping us up at night. I interviewed all the women that I talked to for my book, but I also surveyed another 2,000, and I asked them on a scale of like 1 to 5, which the things are that are keeping them up at night. And I asked, is it whether you're a good mom or whether you're good at your job or your family finances? And the most common was my to-do list. So women have this stuff on their to-do list all the time, and if they're delegating tasks out to their partner to help with, it stays on their to-do list because they need to make sure that that task actually got done. But if you redivide responsibility in your household so there are discrete sets of things that are owned by one person, like one person is totally in charge of dealing with everything related to healthcare. One person is totally in charge of dealing with everything related to clothes for the kids. That's laundry, that's buying new clothes, that's and that's not to say that you don't fold a load of laundry here and there, even though it's your partner's responsibility, but someone's really taking in the thinking work. So I created a worksheet to make it easy for people to really see on paper the amount of work that goes into raising a child, and can start to divide up those responsibilities. So one person's in charge of ordering everything for the baby. So instead of saying, hey, can you pick up some diapers on your way home, it's dad just knowing, oh, like we're running low on diapers, I gotta get the diapers.
Okay, great. And where can they find that worksheet?
It's on here'stheplanbook.com.
Okay, and where can people find your book?
Also, here'stheplanbook.com.
Okay.
It's available on Amazon and in indie bookstores and Barnes & Noble and everywhere books are sold.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and link that book down in the description below. Where can people find you on social media?
At Allyson Downey on both Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, great. Well, Allyson, I hope you have a good rest of the Mommycon. Thank you for talking with us today. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like. If you want more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Allyson, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.